There we go. Okay. Good. Okay. Hey, pumped. Appreciate it. Standing. I know, right? Look at this focal distance on this 360 camera. Well, it's not really a huge return. It's just every once in a while I'll stream. But it's good to be back. Alright. What's up, Cloud Zach? Hit chops. But yeah, obviously using a shittier green screen setup here because I'm just on my standing desk. I'll show you the setup in a minute here, using a Insta360 camera with the NVIDIA broadcast virtual green screen thing, which kind of works most of the time. It's good enough. I don't want to set up a green screen anymore. I got a whole lot less space in here lately, so don't really want to do all that. Hey, Shentuck. Oh, hey, bros. Yeah, I have lost a lot of weight. Last time I streamed, which was late March, when was I? Let's see. The point where I decided to start losing a lot of weight was like late February, and I was 270 and probably a bit above that, 270 pounds. Today, as of this afternoon, I'm 193. So I've lost 270 minus 193 is how much I've lost so far. So still working on it. Still working on it, but the main goal for that was to get my liver working correctly, which it wasn't before, and now it is. So the losing a bunch of weight part was kind of secondary, but that's all fixed now. So we good. Okay. So let's fire up this other camera here and show you the setup, because it's kind of nuts how I have things set up right here. All right, so this should be using my handheld mic here. So I'm not using a tablet for this stuff anymore. So now I'm just using a loop deck. I was able to get one of these for pretty cheap. Double mic.
There we go. No more double mic. We good. Thank you for telling me.
So let's go to the wide camera here. So standing desk here. There's feet pick for you. Still have all my audio gear down here. That's for my microphone. Headphone out. Mister that'll be running the game. Then up here, keyboard, microphone, mouse, loop deck, chat, my notes, the game, and then Insta360 camera for all that up there. And then down here next to me, I have this really crazy setup for simulation stuff. So I got this. This is by VKB joysticks. It's their space combat stick, I guess. Down here, some Fanatec CSL Elite pedals. I was able to get these for super cheap because the guy who sold these to me was like, oh, the brake pedal's broken, it barely moves. If you're unfamiliar with load cells, they're not supposed to move. So he assumed that his pedals were broken. So he sold me a $400 set of pedals for $50. So there we go. So I got some nice pedals for that. This is a direct drive bass by Moza. This enormous throttle. This thing actually just came out like a few days ago. So this thing has like 200 inputs on it. It's a little bit overkill, but hey, it is what it is. And then I also got, this is a Pimax Crystal headset. The resolution on this thing is so high that like you could put on a virtual monitor on this thing, and you can like read fine text on it, which is pretty nuts. Okay, mic on. Okay, there we go. So that is some of the gear that I've gotten in the last few months. The frustrating thing with the Pimax is that it just came out a few months ago, and a lot of the features for the headset don't work yet. But they gave out a beta firmware to like influencers and randomly picked people who bought the headset that like unlocks all the cool stuff the headset can do and makes things actually work. Like the controllers don't track properly. They gave this firmware to people, and then I know I'm sorry, I'm speaking loud in mic. They gave this firmware to people, and it's like, wow, cool, it all works, but people like me can't use it because they're not releasing it publicly for another like 4 weeks or something. So really annoying. Really annoying if that's a thing. The cat is actually in the other house. I know, I just gotta become an influencer. I absolutely do not want to do that. By the way, this is what the camera looks like without the virtual green screen. It is extremely wide angle lens on the Insta360. So that's what it has to work with here. Yeah, I already visited the cat today. The cat got her pets. I brushed the cat. I gave her treats. She's been pampered enough today. Because my sister's at work all day, so I have to go over there in the midday to go and do that. So let's see what else. So really, one of the main reasons why I decided to not do streams as regularly, I'll put it that way, as regularly, is because of the kind of crazy health grind that I've been on. I intentionally didn't work out that much today because, especially when I was first starting out and like in late February and early March and all that, when I was still doing regular streams, I would just be completely dead tired, exhausted, and like unable to see straight, and like, and it was because of my workout regimen and my diet regimen that I was on. So now that I have lost the bulk of the weight that I want to lose, I've been kind of tapering down on the amount of stress I'm putting my body under for all the workout stuff. Because for reference, like on a light day, like today, I took it easy today. I was working out for 2 hours today. And then my diet is 400 calories in the morning when I wake up, and then nothing until about 4 or 5 o'clock when it's 800 calories. And that's how I was able to lose like 80 pounds in a few months. But that's the downside to that, is that I'm just unable to do anything else for pretty much the rest of the day, which is why I've mostly just been catching up on anime for the past like 5 or 6 months, because I've just been too exhausted to even play games casually. Yeah, only 2 hours. Like it's mostly bike rides that I do for my my workouts, that and weightlifting and all that. And a average bike ride for me is about 2 hours. So if that's just the bike ride, then there's also stretching, there's weightlifting, and then all the body weight exercises too. So on average, about 2 hours a day. But again, that's what I had to do in order to make this work. So I made it work. Still have some work to do left on all that. I do have some clear goals that I want to achieve for that. But we'll see. We'll see. Space Warlord Organ Train Kinect support. I still have my Kinect. Probably a VR support for that too. So anyways, now that I'm kind of tapering off the extreme workout shit, I'll be able to make some room in my schedule for streams every once in a while. But it's not going to be like 3 or 4 streams a week like it used to be. It'll be like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 every 3 weeks. Who knows? We'll see how things go. But there is still a bunch of stuff that I'd like to play, and hey, might as well stream. So like, to give you an example of how few games I've been playing in the last 5 or 6 months or so, I played through Ocarina of Time. It took me like 2 weeks just because I could only play for like 30 minutes at a time. I got maybe an hour into Majora's Mask, and then just stopped playing that one. I really didn't like Majora's Mask. And then that was kind of it. That's really all I played. I tried playing... Uh-oh. Things going weird here at the... I don't know what's going on with the audio. Let's see. Yeah, Yamano Susume was great. Is my mic audio screwing up here, or is it just me? for what I'm hearing, it sounds like things are going wrong with the mic. Is fine. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. Has any of that helped the wrist problems? So I also bought a okay, that's probably the weird app. Okay, let's just turn that off then. I did buy a motorcycle again a few weeks ago, and I thought my wrists were fine now after all the working out. It's not. It really isn't. Though that's not the only issue with the motorcycle that I bought. It's the one I bought is not one that you should be riding on the street realistically. It's a Kawasaki ZX-14. If you know anything about those kinds of bikes, they're not the kind of thing that you can casually ride around like I intended to. And it's also not very comfortable. So I still have the wrist issues though. Like I tried with and without gloves, and still getting the issues with my hands and fingers falling asleep. So, oh well, can't do that then. Let's see. Anything else that I can think of? Let's see. Yeah, Yamano Susume, I watched that. That one was great. So was Eurocamp. Something like compression. I talked to my doctor about it, and he was pretty much like, yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. So like I don't think there's anything I can realistically do about it. So if a sport bike doesn't work and a standard bike doesn't work, and I know cruisers don't work either, then like I even have issues on my my electric bicycle that I ride. if I ride that for too long. So just something about the way my arms and muscles are built or something, it puts a lot of strain on the tendons in that hand. So whatever. I've come to terms with it now at this point. So now I got the task of trying to sell this 200 mile an hour super bike that's in my garage like 3 weeks after I bought it. So rip that, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Anyways, since I can't use the background audio for this, let's jump into this here. So Chrono Trigger, Super Nintendo 1995 RPG, developed and published by Squaresoft. I have played through, I want to say 80% of this game before. And I've seen a lot of like 100% speedruns of this, mostly by Puexel, and I think Abda Jr. was the name of the speedrunners for that game. So I am very familiar with this game. I have never beaten it though. So that's why I want to beat this game. So we got, I know, 32 whole megs of this. So we got some cool art here of Dragon Ball. There's Dragon Ball stuff going on here. Because Toriyama did the artwork for this, and that's the Dragon Ball guy. All right, 32 meg quest begins. The Millennium. A portal is open. The chain of time is broken. A young man is transported into the past, altering the course of history and the outcome of the future. He has to find his way home, but first he must travel to the outer edges of time to repair the world's chronology. On the way, he encounters strange friends and foes, utilizes incredible devices and vehicles, and penetrates and neutralizes the fortresses of the past, present, and future. A paradox has been created. If he does not restore the order of time, nothing will ever be the same. He is the one who will become a hero. He is Chrono. There's no H in Chrono for some reason. And then in small print down here, from the creators of the acclaimed Final Fantasy series, character designs by Akira Toriyama. Hey, Fairy. Yep, good old C-Rono. So we got official Nintendo seal of quality. And yeah, a bunch of screenshots here. I think pretty representative of what this game looks like. And then, of course, cartridge looks like that. So the manual for this game, pull it up here. It's pretty long, and I think it spoils a lot of mechanics, is how I would put it for this. So not really gonna go too much through it here, but this just shows you like an overview of the game world, characters that you can come across, controls, and things like that. But it's not really super needed to read the manual for this. This game actually does a pretty good job of explaining mechanics for this game. So feel that it's not really needed to even go through it. Well, it is like a late Super Nintendo game, being 95. So I think like at that point they probably figured out like, hey, we probably need to spell out things a bit more in the manual. Like not to the extent that Earthbound did, but they did a good job of not leaving the player in the dark for this one. Okay, so let me hit this button here. Hit this button here, and then hopefully everything works. All right, shouldn't be getting any weird double audio. I start the timer button. Okay. Yeah, and like some of them, the translation also didn't help for some of the games. Of like, what's Merton in Final Fantasy, you know? Yeah, FF1, especially rough. So this intro, like, spoils a large part of the story in this game, but it's okay. This is one of the best intros in video games, so I'll allow it, I guess. Oh yeah, I played the DS version as well. Never beat it in that version either. Hey, Aquas. Yeah, the problem with the PS1 version is that it's got load times everywhere. All right, there we go. Okay, so I already have save data on this because I wanted to make sure that it worked. And it did. Oh, do I now have my camera in this? Okay, whatever. I found another thing that isn't working with the new stream setup. Nice. Okay. New game, active or wait. I don't think there's a good reason to not use wait. So I'm just gonna use wait. I'm bad at video games. Air name, push start. Chrono it is. Yeah, I win. Yep, we've had 2 things break already. And since I'm using the standing desk, I will break at some point too. Chrono. Good morning, Chrono. Come on, sleepyhead, get up. Eileen's bell makes such beautiful music. You were so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? I want you to behave yourself today. Let's get moving now. Sure. All right. Pumped up. So we got pretty fluid movement in this. Okay. I didn't realize that Starfield was coming out so soon. Apparently it's already out. Finally, by the way, that inventor friend of yours? Oh, you know. Oh dear, I've forgotten her name. Luca. That's right, Luca. Don't forget that she invited you to see her new invention. Run along now, be back before dinner. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your allowance, dear. Have fun at the fair. 200 G's. Yeah, I remembered the other day that Starfield was coming out, and I thought to myself, man, I should buy that. I should pre-order it. And then I remembered I have 15 months of Xbox Game Pass codes sitting in my email that I had yet to claim. And the game is on Game Pass, so I figured, okay, I'll cash in some of those codes for Game Pass, and if I end up really liking the game, then I'll buy it when it's on sale at some point. But it'll be out on Game Pass soon enough. Okay, world map, which means we can save the game. So we'll save over that one. Okay. Yeah, surely nothing bad will happen. Hard to believe, Guardia is now 1,000 years old, and our king is the XXXIII descendant to the throne. Hey, Chris. How can he rule a kingdom when he can't even control his own daughter? Yeah, there's too many games. There's Starfield, and then I think in a few weeks is the Cyberpunk DLC, which I don't know. I was thinking about it today whether or not I want to bother with the Cyberpunk DLC. That brat Lucas says she's made the discovery of a lifetime. I'm so happy I could scream. Alright, have a good one, Zach. How often am I going to be streaming for? My thinking is, at most, like, I'll stream relatively often if I'm trying to beat a game like this. So if this takes me like three sessions to beat, then I'll try and get that done within a week or two. But after that, yeah, once a year, pretty much. Like, after I'm done with this, it might be another 3 months before I stream again. I don't know. That's why I kind of threw together this stream setup and didn't make anything more permanent. Something I could strip down or put together quickly if needed. Do you know about our establishment? No. It's the Mayor's Education Center. Think of it as a workshop for beginners. You can take things you find here. Okay, cool. Well, she says you can take the things that you find here, but realistically, you can do that anywhere in the game. We can go into some random person's house and take their stuff. Need a brief weapons and items seminar? Sure. Weapons include swords, bows, and guns. Some weapons can only be used by specific party members. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure every single character has their own unique things. Well, I guess that's not quite true. Never mind. The sword users can share equipment, I think. Find a variety of armor, head and body, numerous accessories, unique properties, and effects. As you gain power, swords will inflict greater damage, bows and guns get more powerful as your hit rate increases. Okay, so it's like strength versus dex, I guess. Yeah, I've heard Baldur's Gate 3 is really good, and I've seen a little bit of it. I could never get into Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, or Neverwinter Nights, or any of the games like that, so I don't know. I don't think those games are for me. Do you know about shelters? They're quite useful. No. These shelters at save points are on the world map to completely restore HP and MP. Okay. So it's like a tent in Final Fantasy. Y button to move the message battle window up or down. Okay. You can walk while reading messages, but go too far and you can miss them. Okay, so you have to get pretty far away. Scout throughout the world are places where you can save your game, save whenever you can, especially in unfamiliar or dangerous areas. Isn't that supposed to make a sound? Yeah. Should have read the manual. That's just a replica. Record your journey whenever you find the real McCoy. Okay, the real McCoy makes a sound. You can log anywhere in the world map. Okay. Alright, I'll teach you about skills. Are you willing to learn? Sure. During combat, the effect of each attack can vary. First, some of your attacks will damage more than one enemy. For example, target this critter, and your attack will hit another monster in the same area. But if you target this one, you can get all three at once. Use this fact to your advantage. Next, you can hit enemies in your direct line of sight. 2 attack patterns. First one allows you to attack all enemies oriented in a straight line. You can place a cursor on any one of them on the line. Okay. Other pattern allows you to hit only the enemies in a straight line between you and a target. So if they're blinking, that means they'll get hit. Okay. Sure. Use an enemy to establish a line, and any others on it will also be hit. Line up horizontally here. Target any of them. Final pattern puts you at the center of the attack zone. Can't use an attack like this if your enemy's outside the zone. Sure, this all makes sense. Attack will hit all enemies inside the active zone. Sure. That's about it. Feel more confident. So, kind of a similar setup to Grandia. But I think Grandia you could move around the combat area. I don't think you can do that in this. On my advice, sure. You got potential. You'll learn a number of techniques as you progress. Techniques are magic attacks that also utilize your weapons. You'll acquire them with discipline. 100G. Okay. Learn about damage in battle, sure. Some monsters have special attacks. Poison. HP decreases. Attacks are weakened as well. Okay, sure. Slow increases the time between attacks. Hello, Tetsuo. Sleep lowers your guard. Good hit will wake you up again. Chaos. Confuses you into attacking allies. A little tough on friendships. Blind. Can't see too well. Okay. Lock. Can't use techniques. Stop immobilizes and disables. Sure. Okay. These situations, your guard is down, you'll sustain more damage. Use heal or wait until the battle ends to heal automatically. Okay. Would you like to hear more? Sure. What else is there? When HP hits 0, you'll be disabled. Use revive to restore yourself. Game over if everyone goes down. Be careful. Okay. That seems like an important thing to put with all the other stuff that you mentioned and not make it an oh by the way. Hold down L and R to escape from battle. Know when to run, but you need to fight to grow strong. Now about the equip menu, numbers next to the sword and shield icons indicate attack and defense. Higher the number, greater the power. M defense is block magic attacks. If it's 10, there'll be a 10% reduction. Okay. Star after it is maximum strength. Okay. Alright, I think that's everything in the tutorial area here. See, don't need to read the manual if you just go to the tutorial house. Are you buying? Sure. Thanks, I'll play you a song. Come on in. Take your bloody time, I'd rather serve you than go to the fair anyway. Sure. Been to the fair yet? No. We'll get going. You'll have to wait 1,000 years for another Millennial Fair. Lodging is 10G. No thanks. Remember the earthquake we just had? Nope. Nope, airhead, huh? Well, never mind. This box has been in the family for generations. Open it, and you may have what's inside. Okay, sure. If I remember correctly, you can open those later in the game. Sometimes a mysterious whirlpool appears in the ocean near here. What could cause that? Elaine, if only Fritz would return, I'd ask for nothing more. Tenji to Pore, hop board. Nah. I don't think the fair is there. Okay. Hey, Aiden. Alright. Welcome to the Millennial Fair. Have fun! Heard Luca and her dad have made another crazy invention. Hope it doesn't blow up like all the others. Hey, thanks. Still got work to do, but we're getting there. Here's Lean Square. They say people who hear Lean's bell ring will have interesting and happy lives. Buy something from Melchior, swordsmith. Sure. Do we have something equipped already? I live on the continent to the east. Come see me sometime. Wood sword. Power 5. So we'd be going from power 5 to 10. Probably want that, actually. We can afford that. Okay. Alright. Buy my old sword. Here you go. It's all yours. Heard this guy pays big bucks for charms, weapons, pendants, and other rarities. Sure. Alright. Is it time to take part in the race here? Can we beat Alien, Knight, Other Knight, and Cat? Green Ambler, guess the winner? Is this the Chrono Trigger Duck Race? Alright. Steel Runner, Green Ambler, Cadillac, GI Jogger. Always bet on Cat? I don't know, Cat had a pretty poor showing last time. I'm going with my boy Green Ambler. You got this, Green Ambler. Hey, do you want to play? Alright, come on, Green Ambler, you got this. Let's go. No! Oh my god, the fucking cat wins. No way. What is it? What? Bro. Green Ambler, very disappointed. That cat just dominated that. Jesus. I knew it! It's the Green Ambler! This is a renowned tent of horrors. Spend my 0 silver points here. So it sounds like I need some silver points. I heal. Alright. Good. 5 heals, the standard 5 heals. You don't need armor. Not this early in the game. You don't need armor for anything. Runners are busy racing, so they won't talk to me. Press the A button while facing the bell. Judge your distance carefully. Press the A button again. Impressive. So can you just farm silver points doing this? Okay. 2 whole silver points. Kingdom's been through a lot, like the war against Magus 400 years ago. Thank goodness things are so peaceful now. Alright. What's the big deal? So what if we won a war against a wizard hundreds of years ago? True. Very true. Hey! Ouch, that hurt. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Oh, my pendant. Oh no, don't tell me I lost it. Oh, thank goodness my pendant has a lot of sentimental value. May I have it back? Sure. I came to see the festival. You live in this town, don't you? I feel a little out of place here. Would you mind if I walked around with you for a while? Sure. Here's True Gentleman. Alright. Oh, by the way, my name is Marley. And you're Chrono. What a nice name. Pleased to meet you. Now lead on. Alright, we have an important mini game to do here. Wait. It's over here. It's a soda guzzling contest. Press the A button as fast as you can. Ready, set, go! Only 7, is that the best you can do? Okay, I had a bad start there. Bad start there. Awfully competitive, aren't you, Chrono? Alright. I gotta get a proper grip on the controller. Okay. Alright, I still got it. That really hurt my... that really hurts my elbow to do that, though. Alright, not bad, I'll put 5 silver points in your card. Okay. Wow, where's my cat? There's a cat over here, I think. Oh my god. Yep, this is Starfield Brood War. Wait, no, I didn't want to do... Oh, God. Alright, I guess I'm doing this again. Oh, God, okay. Man, I don't miss having to mash in games. You brought back my cat, thank you. Speaking of Blizzard games, I played the beta, or whatever the early access was for Diablo 4. Went, yeah, this is Diablo, and then told myself I wouldn't buy it until it was on sale. And then, of course, I went and bought it, like, the day after it came out. And since then, I haven't actually beaten the game. I got like halfway through the main game, and then I haven't touched it since. Like, it's so unfun to play because of the way that they structured how like progression works and how the combat and level scaling works, that I can't bring myself to keep playing that game. Keep going if you want to demo Luca's Robot Battle Trainer. Collect silver points if you win. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's beat up Gato here. Yeah, I really like the cutscenes and all of like the cool presentation stuff they did for it. But the part where you actually have to play it as a game, wasn't feeling it. Okay, we don't have any text, it looks like. Yeah, like what I was playing as was a fire sorcerer, and the abilities and the builds and all that I just wasn't having fun with. I lost, you won, here's 15 points. Now wasn't that fun? The problem I had with it though, it had a similar problem to Cyberpunk and like Oblivion, in that it felt like you weren't getting any more powerful as you got through the game. Enemies would always take a very set amount of time to defeat throughout the whole thing. Anything that's like 2 levels above you, you just can't kill. Anything 2 levels below you, you can one-shot. Then scram! Do you know the latest gossip? No. Just between us, I heard that the king is distressed over his tomboy of a daughter. Just once I would like to see how wild she really is. They're still setting up, can't you come back in a while? Sure. $22 silver points. Exchange for 50G? No. I want my silver points. These were hard earned. Alright, what's over here? After pressing the B button and dashing here and there, I'm pooped, but this dance has rejuvenated me. Catchy rhythm. Use the X, Y, L, and R buttons to dance. Alright. We danced. A prehistoric dance. How enchanting. La-di-da-di-da. Got some spending money from the Elder. Great. Jurassic rhythm. Sure. But yeah, that's the level scaling and the lack of feeling more powerful in the game is one of the reasons why I'm hesitating to buy the Cyberpunk DLC. Even though it does sound like they're making some gameplay changes to Cyberpunk for the DLC, I had the same reaction to that game of like, anything slightly above your level is impossible to kill and they'll one-shot you. Anything 2 levels below you, you can kill in one shot. And you very rarely are fighting anything that is your level. So it just felt like you're treading water for the whole game. All right, let's go in here. What is this? Welcome to Norstein Beckler's lab. The spine-tingling show's about to start. How many silver points would you like to pay? 10? Sure. I'm Vix. I'm Wedge. Hey, I know these names. I'm Piet. I guess there's Admiral Piet from Empire Strikes Back, I think. Oh no. Find Vix? Oh shit. I think that's the one on the right. I think this is Vix. Great. 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 This guy knows how the race is supposed to go. Lucas' device is all set up. She's at the north end of the square. Okay. Let's do it. Actually, first. Very important. Just so I don't have to do that again. Let's see what else. Nintendo showed their new Super Mario Wonder stuff today. Hold your horses, I want to get some candy. Okay. Super Mario Wonder looks okay, but I'm not so sure about 2 things for it. I'd like some of this. Sure, young lady. Thanks for waiting. The talking plants, I thought it would just be a text box for those talking plants. I didn't think they would actually be fully voiced, and I could see that being very annoying. The other thing is, it feels like they are forcing in too many level gimmicks. Even more so than something like Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island, I think, struck a good balance between variety and not going too crazy in each stage. But based off of what they showed today, Super Mario Wonder might be going a little too overboard with all the mechanics. Step right on up, any of you who have the time and the courage. Our Super Dimension Warp is the invention of the century. To use it, jump up here, and you'll get teleported here. It's the masterwork of my beautiful daughter, Luca. Luca's inventions never work right. Check out that girl's glasses. She could probably see the backside of the moon with those. Wow, this is... Jeez. Chrono! Where have you been? No one wants to try the telepod. Yeah. How about you? Well, it's also like there being a bunch of games that have AC as their shortened title and GOW. It looks like fun. I'll watch while you try it out. Just hop on the left pod. Oh! There was one game that I played and beat since I stopped streaming last time. When did it come out? Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Begin energy transfer. Those is Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and half of Diablo 4 are pretty much all of the games that I have played in the last last 6 months. Oh wow, that was great. I think Breath of the Wild is a better game than Tears of the Kingdom. Because it felt like... I like the feeling of danger and exploration that you got in Breath of the Wild as opposed to Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom felt more like it leaned a little bit too heavily on the item creation and construction stuff in the game, which of course that's what the game is built upon. But it worked, I can't believe it. Throwing display is science at best, ladies and gentlemen. But I think Tears of the Kingdom had the better story and better main quest compared to Breath of the Wild. But if like I only had to choose between one of the two games to keep and the other one will just disappear into a black hole, I would probably keep Breath of the Wild. That's not to say that I thought Tears of the Kingdom was bad though. Tears of the Kingdom is fantastic. What a kick, I want to try it too. Huh? Hey Chrono, how did you pick up a cutie like her? Hang on Chrono, I'll be right there. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, as this vision of loveliness steps aboard the machine. Tears of the Kingdom also, I think, had probably one of the best, like, end game sequences in any game that I've really played. Like, just, they completely nailed the final stretch of that game. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Sure about this? There's still time to change your mind. No way, throw the switch. Okay, everyone, let's give her a great big hand when she reappears. All systems on. Begin energy transfer. Yeah, if you haven't completed the main story, main quest of Tears of the Kingdom, just because you want to do all the side stuff, I would suggest just beating the game first and then do the side stuff, because, man, the end game is so good. What's happening? My pendant, it's... Huh? Uh-oh. Well, uh-oh. She got turned into item drops from Final Fantasy VI. Luca, where is she? Show's over, folks. Let's head along now. What's going on, Luca? Where is she? Uh-oh. The way she disappeared, it couldn't have been the telepod. The warp field seemed to be affected by her pendant. What are we gonna do now? She's so familiar. I know I've seen her somewhere. The way she disappeared could have been the telepod. We already heard this. What are we gonna do now? Alright, it's my pendant now. Chrono! You're actually gonna do it? What a fine lad. Listen, I don't know where this machine is gonna send you, but we haven't any choice. Won't they both be lost? It's our only hope. The pendant seems to be the key, so hang on to a Chrono and brace yourself. All systems on. And then he just hammers on it for a little bit. Begin energy transfer. Power to full. Roger. More, give me more power. Roger. There, we did it. This seems safe. I'll follow you after I know what went wrong. Good luck, Chrono. How? There's no pendant. Okay. Sure. This is another one of those games where I wish they would be a bit more upfront to the player when the player has control of their character again. Alright, blue imps. Oh, another game that I completely forgot about that I had. I bought a PSVR 2 for PlayStation 5 pretty much when it came out for the sole purpose of playing through the exclusive Horizon game that came out on PSVR 2. So I got the headset, and the first thing I noticed was my hands don't fit properly in the controllers for it. There's a ring that goes over the knuckles for that controller design that you have to put your hand in order to grip the controller. And the ring is too small for my hands. So anytime I would hold onto the controller, my fist would be rubbing up against the interior part of the we got Cyclone. All right. I would love to have smaller hands, but no, that's not really a possibility. Power glove. Okay. It's so bad. Power +2, as opposed to what? Speed goes down a little bit. Okay, I think I want the power. I just noticed my health is not incredible here. Okay. So yeah, that made it not very fun to play through that one. And then in the game itself, the game was quite fun. Really well put together game. Great graphics. It's kind of like first person shooter with a bow is kind of how it was. For the combat was pretty much one-on-one, and it would lock on the camera so that the thing that you were fighting was always straight in front of you, and you could use the left stick to just rotate around it in a circle is essentially how that worked. which I think that's a great way to do it. So I was really having a lot of fun with the game. I got to the very, very end of the game. I was pretty sure that I was getting close to like a final boss fight or something. And the final level in that game is maybe 45 minutes. It took me about 45 minutes to go from the start of the final level to where I took a break. And I took a break next to a save point. There's these bonfires in the game that if you look at it, it says saved. And then I put the game to sleep, took a little break for a few hours. I boot the game back up again, and it boots me to the main menu and makes me start the last mission all the way over again. So I lost 45 minutes of progress in a very hard level. So at that point, I was like, fuck this, I'm not beating the game, and I sold my PSVR the next day. A Millennial Fair here? What are you talking about? It's the year 600, and the 21st King of Guardia reigns. We've been at war for years, when will it end? Okay, this must be the war against the wizard that they're talking about. You're gonna fight Magus's army? Wonderful, but remember to equip yourself with the weapons you buy. No wonder shoppers, what do you want? Iron Blade, we already got that. Dirt Gun. Team 5. I think healing is probably a better use of the cash at this point in the game. Yeah, and then that was pretty much the only exclusive for PSVR 2 that like I cared about. So that made it a pretty easy decision to just sell the thing. I'm Bonta, the blacksmith. I'm forging a bell for the king to present to his beloved queenling. I lost it when the queen disappeared. I just couldn't keep working on the bell, but now it's back to business as usual. My husband wants a daughter who is as intelligent as she is beautiful. Yep. Yeah, and like the part that annoyed me the most with all that was the way the save points worked was consistent for the rest of the game. Like I could pause the game, put it in sleep mode next to every other save point in the game, and it worked fine. So I made the assumption that it would also work fine in this final level because it was a save point that says the game saved or whatever when I looked at it. But nope, not that save point. Where am I? Are you stupid? This is the Kingdom of Guardia. We're battling Magus's army. You did know that, right? Of course. Then shut your pie hole. Millennial Fair, what are you crazy? Nonsense. What a relief they finally found Queen Lean's wandering up in the mountains. She must be glad to be home. Okay, can't talk to the guy behind the counter. Toma, are you a stranger here? I'm Toma the Explorer. If you're buying, I'll tell you a story. How about it? Sure. Cider, please. Thanks, it's about the missing queen. She disappeared while visiting that cathedral to the west and... Beg your pardon, what? They found her? Never mind. Okay. Everyone was worried the king freaked when the queen took off. We all thought Magus had grabbed her. Thank goodness she's safe. The Magus's army destroyed Zenon Bridge, so the South Continent is inaccessible. Sure. Tenji. Yep. Definitely cider. Yeah, 3 generations. Mysterious force. Okay. So that's presumably the same box that we saw earlier in the game in the inn. Apple juice. The best one that I've seen so far has been hot sauce from jalapeno juice in Dark Savior on Sega Saturn. where they changed the booze to jalapeno juice. They changed the box of cigarettes to chocolate, and the porno magazines to books. I can't remember what they changed those to, but that was pretty good. Good old Sega of America. Alright, so it sounds like we need to go to the castle. Yeah, that was a great game. Like, I really enjoyed Dark Savior. Like, very unique game. So I got a Tech Attack Cyclone, but I don't think I want to be using techs this early when I can just mostly one-shot things. Especially since, like, health recovery items are so much cheaper than, Okay. Power tab. Power +1. Okay. Sure. Nope. Okay. Let's try this. I guess it was only 2 MP. Sure. That speeds this up, I guess. Guardian Castle, no trespassing. Tonic heals for 50, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll hang on to that for now. Oh, who goes there? Check out that hair. Where are you from, son? Are you one of Magus's troopers? Hardly. This kid would have never would have made the cut. Show us your stamp collection, son. No, got him. Har har, now beat a shrimp. Stop that at once. Queen Lean. She looks familiar. Show your manners, this is a friend of mine. But there's something odd about him. You refuse to obey my orders? Forgive me, my lady. Please enter, sir. Giggle. Please pardon us, we revere our queen's guests. I envy you who the queen calls a friend. King Guardia, the XXI, is in the throne room. It's a 21st. There was a 33rd King Guardia mentioned earlier in the game. Sir, I understand that you were the one who saved my dear wife, the queen. But can you tell me what happened? Lean's acting rather odd. And she seems to have lost her coral pin, which is something she guarded with her life. Forgive me, you must be tired. We can talk about this later. Please rest in the knight's quarters, downstairs to the left. Okay. Okay. Alright. Knight's quarters. Take a snooze? Sure. Zenon Bridge is our last line of defense. We must guard it with our lives. So you're the one who helped the queen. Talk to the maid if you need to rest. Already done. This is the same dialogue. Wait, I already did that. King's room's upstairs, knight's quarters downstairs. Queen seems to be waiting for you upstairs in her room. Okay, sure. Looks like there's a chest back there. Okay. The queen awaits. Queen married into the family 10 years ago. She still looks so youthful. In fact, she looks even younger now than on her wedding day. You saved our queen? You don't look that tough. Ah, there you are. Please leave us. I need to talk to this individual. Certainly, Your Highness. Come nearer, sir. Hold on, I need to take whatever's in this chest here. Okay. Giggle. Fooled you, didn't I, Chrono? It's me, but everyone calls me Leaning. I'm so relieved you're here. We barely know each other, but somehow I knew you'd come for me. Thank you, Chrono. Something's wrong! What's happening? I feel like I'm being torn apart. Okay. So again, never know when I have control. Help me, Chrono, I'm scared. Please, Chrono, help me. Uh-oh. Alright. Has she dismissed you already? You were polite, of course. Yes. You didn't do anything funny, did you? Yes. Ooh, we can't let this juicy tidbit out of the castle. Do you notice anything odd about the queen? Yes. It was odd. Just as I thought, she claims she's not lean. There's something different about her. Don't mention this to anyone. Of course not. Are you sure? Of course, we're tired of the gossip around here. Alright. Time to make tracks, I guess. Chrono! Huff-Puff, you're okay? Did you find the girl? Gone? What do you mean she's gone? It's just as I thought. I knew I recognized her. And this looks identical to the castle in our time. I bet they mistook that girl for her ancestor. You see, she's a member of the royal family in our time. She's Princess Nadia. Marl, that is Princess Nadia, is a descendant of Queen Lean. Queen Lean has been kidnapped. As I recall, someone was supposed to have saved her, but history has been changed. Marl looks so much like Lean that they probably called off their search when she appeared here. But if the real queen is killed... Tomorrow will simply disappear. There might still be time if we can save Lean. History as we know it should remain unchanged. Something must have happened to the Queen in this era. As a result, Princess Nadia ceases to exist. Ceases to exist? Sure. Hurry, we have to find the real Queen. Alright. Okay, so Luca officially in our party. Sight scope. Shows enemies HP. I think I'd rather take bandana instead. Okay. So hit 8. Magic 8. Stamina. Okay. Perfect. Oh, does she have tech? Okay, so she has flame toss. Oh no. In 10 skill points, shell flame toss. 71 skill points for slash. Sir, I understand you're the one. This guy's got the same dialogue. Okay, so I guess we're looking for the Queen. Uh-oh, birds. Okay, so you got slowed. Hey, Cerberus. Thank you. It's been a lot of work. A lot of work. Still more to do. But I'm well on my way to looking like Giga Chad. That's not actually my goal. Not trying to be a bodybuilder. Bridge being fixed because Magus Army trashed it. Sir Cyrus, fight Magus Army. Already Giga Chad? Why, thank you. I actually have a tan now. Like, you can't see it because black and white, but it's wild. First time I've had a tan in like 20 years. Truce Canyon. I don't think Luca mentioned where to go. But maybe I just have to go back this way, perhaps. Nothing there. In the outdoor biking, no, I actually, I go into my backyard and lay out in the sun. Though I do have some pretty incredible tan lines, from the outdoor biking, because I'm out in the sun for cathedral. Out in the sun for like two plus hours at a time. And I wear knee braces. Yeah, I got the Dank Art MS-DOS shirt. I wear knee braces along with shorts while I'm writing. And there's a gap at the top of the knee brace and the bottom of my shorts that's about that big. So I have very tan spots like that in like the bottom of my thigh on both of my legs. So it looks like somebody took a paintbrush and just went like that across my upper thigh. Organocidal, it's a real killer. Truly peaceful world, what a delicious. Hey, Chartry. Delightful looking humans. Yep, going live for a rare stream. What here? It looks like you could use some food and a place to rest. What did you find? A hairpin. Guardia's royal crest. Andrew. Timber my voice changed? I don't know about that. Uh-oh. Naga-et. Okay, we can get 2 of them here. I feel like I'm probably underleveled for this. No, it's the same mic I've always used. My throat is a little dry today. But the weight loss is very real, though. Which in some ways has been really annoying because I've had to buy new sets of clothes twice already. That's kind of the downside of significantly changing your body size. Is you gotta spend a lot of money on new clothes multiple times if it's a long process. Ugh. Which is why the second time I had to buy clothes, I intentionally bought stuff that was just barely too small, because I knew I would continue on that trajectory. Back. Oh, frog. Lower thine guard, and thou'rt allowing the enemy in. Thou'rt here to save the queen. The lairs deep within, will thee accompany me? A frog! Chrono, it's a talking frog! I hate frogs. My eyes doth not incur thy trust. Very well, do as ye please, but I shall save the queen. Wait! You don't seem like a bad person frog thing. I mean, well, what should we do? Obviously go with the frog. Oh nice, you lost 100 in a year? Nice job. I know how hard that is, so congratulations. Also have to handle it, I mean, deal with him. What's your name? Frog. My name is Frog. Frog will do. Alright, nice to meet you, Frog. Mayhap a hidden door lurks nigh, let us search the environs. Oh man. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this when I was going over my daily routine and the amount of calories that I have. But I eat literally the same meal every day. Literally, actually the same meal. It's very cheap doing that. It means I spend like $2.50 to $3 a day on food, but I eat literally the same thing every day. And if you say to yourself, man, that's probably really unhealthy. I had blood work done very recently, and my blood work is pristine, so... Okay, let's save the game here. So, in the morning, when I wake up, I have 420 calories. It just happened to work out that way, not for the memes. That's just how it worked out that way. I have a 1 scoop of Soylent, which is 200 calories. I have 1 scoop of protein powder from Target, which is 170 calories. I have a can of Rockstar Pure Zero, which is 10 calories. And then various multivitamins and all that brings us up to 420. And that's in the morning. That's when I wake up, which I get up actually in the morning now. I have a normie schedule. Okay. If I remember correctly, the guy on the left is the dangerous one in this fight. So I think he has status effects. Hey, Borks. So that's in the morning. That's at like 7:30 in the morning. And then in the early evening, the meal that I make is 1 serving of pasta. Fettuccine is what I use for that. So that's 2 ounces? 2 ounces of fettuccine. Alright, Luca got flame toss. Fire whirl. Okay. There is a ground beef based sauce that I make for it in bulk. So I just have this enormous stock pot that I make, like, how much is that? It lasts like 3 to 4 weeks, the amount of sauce that I make for it. So I don't use a huge amount of sauce. A third of a cup of low-fat cottage cheese, 1 cup of mixed vegetables, which is green peas, green beans, sometimes corn, and small little onion, I think they're onions, pearl onions, I think what they're called. Slurp. Okay, so he's got a heal. Nice. Flame toss, all enemies in a line. Okay. And that's 1 MP, that's pretty good. And then fire whirl, 2 MP, 1 MP. Let's see, so pasta, sauce, cottage cheese, and then the 1 cup of vegetables. And that's it. And that's about 800 calories. And that is literally what I've had to eat every single day since like very late February. Hey, what's with the disguise? No need for them here. Sure. Alright. I don't think I want to hang out in this robe. Sure. I haven't had fast food since February. I haven't had a proper pizza since like late March, I want to say. I used to have fast food at least like 4 to 5 times a week in my old diet. So I think that's probably been the largest deal in the weight loss. But sticking to a 1,200 calorie diet is not easy, especially when you're working out between 2 and 3 hours a day, every day. And I was working out every single day. I've since got it down to like maybe 4 or 5 days a week now instead of every single day. And as you come, I'm sure Yako will be just as pleased. When I rest in here until he's available. Nah. What's over here? Oh, dearest Magus, your flashing eyes like stars, and flowing hair like waves atop the sea. No sad sunny day, nor any frightful. A bright place can get us down. As long as you're near, there's nothing to fear. Magus, oh Magus, our hero. Magus. Don't mind me. I'm just taking these chests. Okay. Speed +2, vigor +2. It'd be nice if Frog was a little faster, since he can hit so hard. Plus he can heal too. Oh, he's got Power Glove on, that's why. Okay, let's make her faster then. I think I want to keep the Power Glove on Chrono and Frog. Okay, sure. But yeah, that's also why I just haven't been streaming or doing anything like that, or why I felt I had to stop, because from the super low calorie diet to working out most of the day, I couldn't even think straight most days. I would just have to go lay down all the time. Yeah, I figured it was now or never. Plus, the last time I was at my doctor appointment, I had blood work done not that long ago, and there's a couple things that I need to follow up on the doctor on the blood work, but as far as like my HCl, which is the good cholesterol, is like off the charts good. It's super high. And blood sugar is pretty much exactly where it should be. How much did I when I started compared to now? I started off at about 270 at the end of February. And as of this afternoon, I'm 194, was this afternoon's weigh-in. Tab, okay. Let's see. But the blood work thing that kind of spurred the need for weight loss and all that was, There's a thing that your liver puts out called alkaline phosphase or alkaline phosphatase, something like that. That means your liver's having a bad time. Like usually it shows up if you're an alcoholic. But I don't drink at all. I haven't had anything to drink in like 15 years. So every time it came up, found the special Nagaet bromide. Oh shit, bromides are the sexy pictures. I remember that from, God, what was that? Lunar? Were bromides from Lunar? Hey everyone, humans! They're after the bromide! Get them! Okay, Cyclone, that one. But yeah, my alkaline phosphase levels were super high, and they had been super high for a long time. And it wasn't until my doctor appointment in late February where the doctor's like, I was always under the assumption that my liver enzyme or whatever problems were from taking a lot of Tylenol PM and using those for a long time over many years in my 20s. And I just figured that damaged my liver, and it is what it was, I guess. And then during this appointment in late February, the doctor's like, oh, that's probably actually just fatty liver syndrome or fatty liver disease, which means you just need to lose abdominal fat and it will fix itself. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I should probably lose some weight then. So then I went on my weight loss quest, lost 70 plus pounds or so from that appointment until the one I had not that long ago. Had the blood work done, and now my liver readings are completely normal. They're just smack in the middle of the range that they should be. So stuff like that is fixable. It just requires a large effort to do so. I think the other thing to mention is I looked up some studies on how to get rid of abdominal fat, or visceral fat is what it's called, a little bit easier. And apparently diets high in fish and fish oils, there's some sort of compound in fish oil specifically that clears out visceral fat easier. Okay, let's heal up Luca. So I'm also taking fish oil supplements while I'm eating, which apparently fish oil supplements may or may not actually do anything, but I figured I would give it a try. I have no idea if they're actually effective or not, though. And there's apparently been recent research that suggests that the supplements actually aren't effective, but fuck it, whatever. I bought a big container of them, so I'll keep taking them. That and green tea also apparently helps with belly/visceral abdominal fat as well. So I keep a jug of green tea because there's Crystal Light makes a really good green tea, peach mango green tea. That's like 1 calorie and actually tastes really good. That's actually what this is. Yeah, the problem with abdominal fat though is that it's like it's the last of the fat to go, unfortunately. That's what sucks about belly fat, is that the only way to get rid of it is to just lower your body fat total for the rest of your body. There's no real easy fast track way to do that. Because I still got a little bit to go before I get down to the 6-pack, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I do know that based off of the blood work that I had done, the Insta360 footage. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. So I bought two broken Insta360s, and I bought 2 replacement lenses because each of the cameras had a busted lens on them. So let me briefly switch over to the other camera to illustrate my point here. So I opened up the cameras to fix them and replace the lenses that are inside of them. This. So here's the camera. Here's one of them. This is the one that I'm using for the stream right now. Oh, sorry, double mic. So in order to get to it, you have to kind of mangle the case to get to that lens because it's not easy to change. So this one I was able to successfully replace both lenses in them. The other one I was able to do it without mangling the case, but when I opened up the other camera, there's a very fragile connector that connects the motherboard inside the camera to something else. And I think when the camera was originally damaged from the person that I bought it from, it also damaged the connector. I should be using the tech on this. Shortcut. Well, I think the camera internally was already damaged, and because I opened it up, I think it disconnected this fragile connector from the motherboard. And so the second camera was rendered completely unusable by me opening it up. because I think that damaged the internal connector beyond repair. So essentially I only have one remaining fully functioning camera right now, which sucks, but the amount that I paid for it was still less than getting one for brand new. So I guess that's my copium for getting some non-working stuff and eventually fixing them. Okay. Yeah, at least I got one working. Could be worse. And it still looks fine. Like there isn't any obvious image quality issues between the two lenses. But I don't have any mounts to mount it to a bike easily. I just noticed Chrono's got 2 MP. That's not great. Okay, we use up the last of his MP, and I think I have a MP restore. Okay, that does a shitload of damage. And yeah, all of the, there's repair guides, quote-unquote repair guides online for, 22, 25. This will make the fire whirl even better, so I think I'll do that. Okay. Of course. Yeah, so I don't really have a secure way to secure the camera to my electric bicycle or to my motorcycle, so I don't want to risk damaging them again, because they're already pretty beaten up as it is, though, but Plus, I don't think any electric bicycle footage would be particularly interesting. Motorcycle probably would, but not the bicycle IMO. Prepare yourself, Queen Lean. You, how did you get in here? Frog! Majesty, stand back and allow us the honor. Be careful. Hopefully I'm not going to regret skipping those fights outside. Yahaha, it's useless to fight. No one will leave here alive. Stupid frog, it's time you jumped off this mortal coil. True form, change. Oh man. It's a blob with horns. Reverts to Yakra. Alright. Let's fire whirl. Throw. Six to six. Oh man, too close. Can't counterattack. Interesting. So I need to wait until. Okay, it looks like it's maybe doing something. Needle spin. Okay, good thing I healed. Drow, okay. I did not want to drow there. Okay. So is that too close? Oh, Frog is gonna slurp himself. Look away, kids. Pretty great that the boss is just hanging out next to my strongest fighter and can't counterattack. This might be too far away. Oh, it isn't. Okay. Is this too far away? Got him. Okay. First proper boss down. So I do like that there's mechanics to this. And you're not just spamming the attack button as soon as it comes up. You came to rescue me. Thank you, Frog. The king awaits, let us return to the castle. But first, I thank thee, Chrono and Luca. Yes, thank you so much. Please join us. We have chests to pick up, though. Real Chancellor. Phew, thank you. That monster stuffed me in there. Oh, your highness, as you can see, I'm undamaged. Mid-ether. Let's return to the castle. Sure. You had me worried, Lean. That no-good Yakra impersonating me and kidnapping the queen? We must create a criminal justice system in this kingdom to do away with such fiends. I failed to protect Queen Lean, I hath disgraced thee. Frog. Alright. Rip Frog. The timing is perfect. Who knows what would happen had you not saved me? By the way, where's the girl who was mistaken for me? Oh yeah, I forgot all about Princess Nadia. Chrono, where did Princess Nadia disappear? She may still be there. Where'd she disappear? So that's back in that canyon, I think. It was a fault of mine which endangered the queen. I shall depart for good. Oh no, don't do it, Frog. Chrono, you have potential to be a good swordsman. Froggy, you weren't such a bad guy either. Sure. That's my health looking like. Alright, let's cash in a free heal over here. Assuming I still can. Sure. Okay. Yep. Invaluable party member, getting those slurps from a frog. Hits just right. Okay. So I don't know if there's just no encounters in that forest now, or what the deal is. Oh, where's she? Fuck. Not there. She disappeared in the castle. Duh. Alright, back to the castle. This is why I play newer games now. They hold your hand. They don't let you leave the area unless you did the thing. Oh, what happened? Princess Nadia. Chrono. It was awful. Can't recall it at all. It was somewhere cold, dark, and lonely. Is that what it's like to die? Welcome back, Princess Nadia. You risk your life to help me too? Princess Nadia. Uh-oh. Guess you guys figured it out, huh? Sorry, Chrono. I didn't mean to deceive you. Do I have control here? No. I'm Princess Nadia. My father is King Guardia the XXXIII. I really enjoyed being with you at the fair, but if you'd known my identity... Chrono, you wouldn't have shown me around the fair, right? Right. See? I like Marley better than Princess anyway. The real queen's safe, right? So let's go home, Chrono. Alright. What's her stats looking like? Level 5. Okay. Oh man, I put a bunch of good equipment on Frog, and then he just left. God. Hate it when RPGs do that. I know. I gotta track down that frog. Made off with my gear. heard there's a really good JRPG that came out, I think this week, called Sea of Stars. That apparently is selling really well, which good on them. Which is actually especially impressive lately, with like all the huge games coming out, and then this like indie JRPG is selling well. Oh, huh. Well, that sounds really good. Yeah, because I saw an article that it had a demo as well, and that probably also really helped. That, and I think it's on Game Pass too. Shit, I might play that before I play Starfield. Especially if it's on Game Pass, because I have, what, 15 months left of Game Pass? God. Because it was Black Friday 2021. There's a bunch of sales on Game Pass codes, 3-month Game Pass codes. So I bought like 5 of them, and then completely forgot about it. How do we get home? Your Highness, or Princess we? Please call me Marl. Well then, Marley, observe. Wow! Luca, you're amazing! Ain't it the truth? Oh, I mean... Enough with the false modesty, you have a real gift. I would trade my royal ancestry for your genius in a heartbeat. Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call this thing a gate. It's kind of portal that takes you to the same location in a different era. Gates are very unstable, so I use the principle behind my telepod device to create a gate key. Now we can use them as we please. Alright, sure. Why did this gate suddenly appear? Oh, you're talking about Starfield? Maybe the telepod had something to do with it, or something else made it. Well, it's not like the early access is like a month of early access for something like Starfield. The everybody gets to play it version is out next Tuesday, right? So this is getting pretty weird. Let's at least head back to our own time. That plus there's a bunch of reviews that dropped today for Starfield. Alright, coming Chrono. The Starfield reviews I've seen have been pretty mixed. That it's a solid game, but isn't like incredible. Pretty much the same thing was said about like Fallout and to some extent Skyrim though, so it looks like a Bethesda RPG with some shooter mechanics, and I don't know, that seems fine to me. Phew, we're back. Chrono, Luca, why don't you come home with me to the castle? I'd like you to come over for dinner. Sorry for putting you through all that, Marley. Are you joking? That's the most fun I've had in months. And I have some new friends too. Super way to go fastest for you, and yeah. Chrono, be a gentleman and take her home. I've got some work to do. See you soon, Luca. Will you escort me home, Chrono? Well, there's the Oblivion zoom in, and then there's the Fallout zoom in, and Fallout 4 zoom in, which I prefer with the Oblivion, because you could still like move the camera around a little bit in Fallout 4 conversations, and they were a little bit more dynamic rather than Oblivion's like zoom in and it's locked there for the whole conversation. We're back. Unarmed. Well, yeah, it's primarily a shooter though, so that doesn't surprise me at all. That melee is not very good in Starfield. Straight through. Yeah. The third-person combat for it reminds me a lot of Mass Effect combat, which isn't a bad thing. Princess Nadia, are you all right? Where have you been? Yeah, the Armor Core 6 looks pretty good. Heard you abducted. We had soldiers searching for you. I've seen a little bit of gameplay footage of Armor Core 6, and yeah, it looks like Armor Core. For better or for worse. Scoundrel, you're the one, huh? Kidnapping Princess Nadia. No, Chronos! Admit it, you confused her and tried to take over the throne, terrorist! Stop it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stop this at once! What are you doing? The Princess Nadia said to... Idiots! Detain him! Chrono! Banger alert. New King's Field, what was it, Darkest Dungeon? Darkest Dungeon, there you go. Someone else already made one. I'm the Chancellor, the Prosecutor. Though that game's got its own weird stuff going on with it. I'm the Lawyer, Pierre. Members of the court, we now bring forth the defendant, Chrono, who is charged with abducting Princess Nadia. What shall we do with him? Fire, perhaps? Hang him upside down for 3 years? Or shall we employ the guillotine? Huh. You, the jury, shall decide his fate. Now let us begin. Chrono, you are hereby ordered to tell the truth. Chrono is charged with premeditated abduction of royalty. Question is, did he kidnap Princess Nadia? The answer? No, he did not. In fact, no abduction took place. The two met completely by accident. In fact, the princess asked Chrono if she could join him. Is this true? Who actually started this whole mess? Marley did. Are you sure? We have witnesses who say you were the one that bumped into the princess. Hey! Ouch, that hurt. Uh-oh. He's got me there. The princess then innocently followed you to Luca's little sideshow, whereupon you both disappeared. If that wasn't criminal abduction, I don't know what is. And I have facts that throw the defendant's character into question. Objection. This can't have any relevance whatsoever to this case. Care to respond, Chancellor? Chrono's character is at the very core of this case. We have nothing to hide. We have a witness, a little girl who will vouch for the character of the defendant. Is it the little girl with the cat? It is. This nice man, he brought me my kitty. See, I'm not a criminal. Criminals wouldn't do that. Apparently, it is my half birthday today. Thanks, Blaze Pizza. How about that? Doesn't this young man deserve a medal? Whew, looks like they're buying it. The issue here is motive. Was there any motive for this fine citizen to kidnap Princess Nadia? No, there was none. What about ransom? Chrono, her fortune did tempt you, did it not? No. Are you sure you really weren't tempted? Not at all. That's enough, I have no more questions. It's evident that my client is a fine, noble young man. Your Honor, the defense rests. Alright, I'm clearly not guilty. If he is guilty, stand to the left. If innocent, stand to the right. I am 100% not guilty. Not guilty. Yeah? Guilt? Fuck. Oh. Not guilty. Alright. Not guilty. Not guilty. Let's go. Still. Order in the court. A verdict has been reached. The verdict is... saving the kitty. Saving the kitty put us over the top. But the fact remains that even if he did not kidnap her, he ran off with her. 3 days solitary confinement as punishment. Well, oops. Take him away. Now just a darn minute, princess. That's enough, my dear. But father, all I asked was for you to behave like a princess. Even royalty must obey rules. Leave the rest up to the chancellor and forget about the events in town. We're leaving. Chrono. This is 3 days in jail. Come on. This terrorist has tried to overthrow our kingdom. He's been found guilty, and now you must carry out his sentence. What? What? Hold on. So this is the monster who kidnapped the princess. The execution is 3 days away. Do not let him out of your sight. Oh. Execution? Strange, but I don't seem to recall hearing anything about an execution. What? How dare you question me? The paperwork's probably just been held up in the system. Understood, sir. Guards! Hey, thank you, Brian. Take the prisoner away. Oh, man. Well, this escalated quickly. All right, the trial. Okay. I think that's where we will call it for today. My back is killing me right now. The standing desk is doing some business on my back here. So yeah, good progress. Almost 2 hours here in Chrono Trigger. This game continues to be incredible. Let's go back to this scene here. Any VR news? I have a Pimax Crystal. I have a VR sim setup down here to my bottom left. Let me fire up the camera again real quick. Show off this thing. You don't want to know how much this damn thing costs. For the VR simulator setup. Quite a bit. But This thing's fun as hell and quite worth it.
This thing is probably the dumbest purchase though. This is a
sorry, double mic there. This has vibration motors in one here, and here, and here. And it's like, it's a fancy gamer massage chair is essentially what that thing is. Whenever I get a left-handed version of this controller that'll go over there, I'll actually will be able to do pod racing. And then, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, those are $400 pedals, but the person I bought them from thought that the load cell right there, the load cell brake pedal, was broken, but he just didn't understand how load cells worked. So he sold me a $400 set of pedals for $50. I wasn't going to mention it to him that, no, they're working just fine when he sold them to me. Like, sometimes fools and their money need to be parted with. Like, I'll take it. That's quite a deal, I suppose. Yep, looks like a Virtual Boy. What the frustrating thing with this thing, the Pimax Crystal, is it's $1,600, not including all like the import tax and tariffs and all that. So it's closer to like $2,100 when all is said and done. And the way that they shipped it out and released it, they released it in like an alpha form. So a lot of the features in the headset aren't even active yet. And they released a firmware for it and software for it that enable all the cool features, but they only released it to like big YouTube influencers and randomly chosen like 100 people who bought the headset. And nobody else has access to all the stuff that we were promised when we bought the headset months and months and months ago. So like, for instance, the headset uses a battery system, even though it has a bunch of like cables going into it, and you have to plug it into power. When you actually use the headset, it drains the battery. And like, here's let me pull out the battery here. This little battery, and it only lasts for like 2 hours on a charge when you're actively using the headset. So you have to swap out these batteries every 2 hours as it is. The beta firmware that they only released to big YouTube influencers fixes that, and the battery doesn't drain when you're using it. But again, they only gave this special cool firmware to tech influencers that probably don't even use a device anymore, and it's sitting on their fucking shelf. So people like me who spent a bunch of money on these things, and I would love to use this thing every day, I can't because the battery only lasts a few hours. So it's been really annoying. And apparently they're going to be releasing it to everybody who owns it in the next like 3 weeks or something. But the firmware is done. It's in like a final state. For whatever fucking reason, they're sitting on it and not giving it to the people who bought the devices. But it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Anyways, my back hurts. I gotta go sit down. Let's see. I'm not doing anything special with like VOD processing anymore because I don't want to take a bunch of space on my local server for all VOD stuff. So I'll just throw up a link to the replay of the YouTube stream, and then also my AV1 local record that I made, and that'll do. That'll do for now. Let's see. The next time that I stream, I have no idea, because it all depends on how I'm feeling that day, how hot it is. Sometimes if my workout's a little too strenuous, then my head will be spinning for the rest of the day. So I have no idea when part 2 of Chrono Trigger is going to be, but as always, keep an eye out on Discord mostly for when that will happen, and we'll continue this in the future. that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for joining me as always. Good to see all of you, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Oh, I have this screen. I forgot.